stand amidst the shadows of despair. A warrior forged of steel with burdens hard to bear. The thunder of the cannons, the screams that fill the air. Each moment feels like eternity in this battlefield nightmare. Whoa, a bitter taste on my tongue. Blood soaked earth beneath my feet, where innocence lies. The scars of battle etched upon my soul, in the chaos and the madness, where the brave and broken roll. I've seen my brothers fall like leaves in autumn's grasp. Their voices silenced forever in this relentless, endless rasp. Haunted by the faces of those who've gone before. Their spirits cry out to me in the deafening uproar. One endless launch of time upon my heart, where every victory is stained with tears, where every ending starts. The agony of loss, the agony of life, in this never-ending struggle, where darkness meets the strife. Still I press on, fueled by duty's call, for freedom's price is steep, and I'll cower before. Oh, the symphony of chaos in my mind, where hope and fear collide, where fate is unkind. But through the pain and sorrow, I'll stand tall, for I am a soldier in the heavy mental brawl. In the silence of the night, I hear the echoes of the past. The cries of the fallen brothers whose dreams could not outlast. With each step I take, another piece of me is torn. But still I march onward through the darkness, for the gun burns. The smell of gunpowder, the taste of blood and sweat. A symphony of agony, a symphony of regret. For every life lost, for every soul laid bare, I'll carry the memory through the smoke-filled air. Oh, the crucible where soldiers rise and fall, where the bravest hearts untested, where the strongest stand tall. But in the end we're all just born to the game, in this fucking never-ending cycle of glory and shame. The symphony of fate.
Well. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hey, I'm back. It's a late night stream, and I've been fucking. Let's see, I had to work Memorial Day. Well, I mean, I didn't have to, but I did it as a favor, you know. So I worked like half a day, but I'm getting comped for a full day plus like an extra $100. So it's like I'm gonna get paid like for doing like 7 hours of work. I'm gonna get paid like doing like 15. So it's like, yeah, good money. I mean, because like this weekend, starting tomorrow night, I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be out of the state. I'm gonna be in Las Vegas. I gotta do a bowling tournament. I do it once a year. It's the USBC Nationals. I believe the following year is supposed to be Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm actually looking forward to that. So I'll be gone for a couple days, and I'll be back Monday morning. I ain't working Monday morning. My boss is just like, just take the day off. I was just like, sounds good. And I was just like, well, see, that's why I did that's why I thought about it. I was like, hey, see, instead of taking off Memorial Day like everyone else did, I worked, and I'll just take this Monday off. So I was like, huzzah, it works out. I still got a day off, you know, and I worked very little, but then like Tuesday, Wednesday, and today, it's just like, oh, man, talk about working a lot. These 12-hour shifts are fucking killing me. I came in this morning, and my boss was just like, you forgot to return stuff. I was just like, well, I know when I came back, there was a box there that wasn't there before. And but he thought I meant there's nothing there now. He's just like, if you bet me again, I'm gonna take your money this time. I was just like, no, I meant yesterday when I came back. He's like, oh, okay. I was just like, yeah, because I was looking for the boxes, but fuck, you know. But the two big things talking about, one is, like I said, so I won't be streaming this weekend at all. But Monday when I come back, I'm actually going to do a live streaming that day. Since normally I don't do stream, but since I'll be up, I'm going to stream as much as I possibly can. I am going to do either Final Fantasy 14 or I'm going to do Final Fantasy 11. Because normally I don't do just chatting, but I'm not in the mood to play any video games. I actually just like, you know what? I got some bitching I want to do. I mean, there's two things we're going to talk about. Both of them are bad. One is bad news. The other one is really bad news. So, so we're going to get the bad news out of the way. And that is fucking Rangers losing 3-2 tonight in Game 5 to go down 3-2 in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Panthers. And now they're going to Game 6. They're going to be in Florida. I don't like those odds. Very honest. I don't like those odds. And I'm looking at the stats. I'm like, great. Their penalty kill, great. They killed off, I think it was one or two penalties that they had. They didn't score any power close, but I was like, oh, hey, good. They scored a shorthanded goal, so I was just like, all right, hey, that's cool. And that's all they did. I'm like, if you fucking did this in Game 4, you would have been at home up 3-1. So even if they lost tonight, they're like, okay, we're going to Florida, up 3-2. At least Game 7 is kind of... Now, is this series done? No. Because they could come out and blow the fucking lid off the Panthers tomorrow. But I really get the feelings they're going to do that and then fucking just drop the ball, or in this case, drop the puck, Game 7 in front of the fans. Come on. That's why I'm like, I do kind of like the odds. I don't like the odds, but I mean, like, man, it's do or die. Fucking, again, Igor Shesterkin came out again, just put the team on his back. Lafreniere, late goal after fucking Panthers put in an empty netter, go up 3-1. Lafreniere is like, I'll at least make it 3-2, make it look interesting. I was just like, couldn't you have done that before they scored an empty net goal? But again, Lafreniere playing really good. Where the fuck is Panarin? The first two series, Panarin was just like, yep. And now he's just gone. I was like, come on, dude. You're the whole... Well, after last year, you're like fucking pissed. You came out like a fucking bull in a vagina closet. Just went on a murderous rampage, figuratively speaking. Just on a massive... Probably his best season yet so far in his career. Came into the first, the second round is just like, yeah, I mean, second round, you see he backed off a little bit, but he's still there. But then it was like, oh, uh, round three falls off a cliff. I think he's had like one, maybe two assists, but he's not doing anything. Zibanejad not doing anything. The guys who they need to do something, like, giving like the big green weenie over here. Except for Lafreniere. Lafreniere, who they call the bus for years. Hey, I understand why. But this year he's just like, fuck you. And he's like, it's like he's no McDavid, but, I mean, but shit, But at least he's trying to show up. And I guess someone made the comment. They're like, the Rangers, and I agree with the comment, the Rangers have been blessed to have all these years, Lundqvist, now Igor Shesterkin. Are they going to do to Igor Shesterkin what they did to Lundqvist? Lundqvist should have gotten a ring. Some people are like, well, you can't really call him the king because he didn't bring a cup home. I was like, but that's the only thing he didn't win was the Stanley Cup. He won literally everything else. Vezina Trophy. He went overseas, won gold medals in all kinds of tournaments. Playing for Sweden. Is the Rangers going to do that to Igor? Just like, yeah, you're in the playoffs year in, year out, but no Stanley Cup. It's like, come on. But that's, I could go to live stream. Yeah, here we go. I'll go to live stream just because. And now we come to the really bad news. The Trump verdict. And I'm just going to leave it on this screen so everybody can see how fucking shitty this is. This was a travesty. And whether you like Trump or not is not the point. The point is if what they did during this trial. I mean, they put up Cohen, who's admitted to being a liar, and he didn't show no actual evidence of like hard evidence to prove anything he said, except that he admitted on the stand that he actually committed additional crimes, and this was a star witness. Then they put up Stormy Daniels, who even, I'm really annoyed with Jimmy Dore, but no, was it Jimmy Dore? No, I'm sorry, it's Bill Maher. Same difference at this point. Bill Maher has videotape of where Stormy Daniels, a couple years back, told a completely different story. She said there was no Me Too or any of that bullshit. She didn't want to get wrapped up. And all of a sudden, some years later, she's on the stand, and she's like, me too. I was like, really? Really, girl? It's like, fuck me anyhow, you're fucking lying. Okay? You literally told Bill Maher the exact opposite. Is Trump a fucking angel? Fuck no. Did he probably fuck her? I'm going to assume yes. Don't get me wrong. Stormy Daniels? Yeah, I've seen pictures of her back from when supposedly Trump allegedly fucked her. More likely did. That's my opinion. I was like, yeah, I can understand why. Pretty good looking. Really good shape. Even though it's been some years later, I've seen some recent pictures. She actually still looks pretty good. Come on, I'll give credit where credit's due. But the fact is, the way they conducted this trial, they literally just turned our judicial system into a fucking banana republic. It was a fucking, I don't know, what's the word I should use? They basically took the whole thing, turned it upside down, and then proceed to fucking drop it on his head. If this would happen to in any other country, we'd be over here in the United States saying, no, that's not how judicial system is supposed to be. That's a third world banana republic. And guess what? We just became that. because they fucking hate Trump. They don't want him to become president again, or at least they want to prevent him from trying. You don't know if he's actually gonna, you know, win and become president again. Don't know. Because honestly, if they just fucking get out there, but the way how Biden has ran this country into the fucking ground, because literally he has no fucking clue what's going on around him. He's just probably trying to hope he doesn't shit his own pants at this point. But hey, in the end, we, the American people, we fucked ourselves. Now, I didn't vote for Biden. I voted Trump. Did it in 2016. Did it in 2020. 2016, when he won, I was like, yeah. The other side was just like, no. You ever seen that one where I think it's a chick, who with glasses, and just screaming up in the air, it's like, no. And we were saying, Donald Trump is president of the United States. Like, no. What was it, 45th president? I can't keep track anymore. Come 2020, look, it is what it is. They say, oh, it's the fairest election in the world. The same people literally said in 2016, though, Trump stole it because of the Russians. Okay. But yet, as someone's like, well, you stole it. They're like, no. You say we did, we fucking ban you. I still think on YouTube you can't do that. Yes, the election of 2020 is the fairest of them all, apparently. But it's just like seeing the way, and my understanding of the way how this verdict went, that the way it wasn't a 32 counts and you go by each count. It's like, hey, did you all, yay or nay, is he guilty? They say, well, all 12 of us on count 1, we'll all say he's guilty. Count 2, not guilty. Count 3, guilty, and so on and so on. That's the way how this works. If you look back at the Rittenhouse trial, when they came up, they're like, count 1, do you, the jury, how do you find the jury? Do you, the jury, how do you find the defendant? They were like, not guilty. Okay. Count number 2. And they repeated that because they had to do each count separately. This trial, my understanding, is that the way how the Judge Merchan, I believe that's how you pronounce the name, the little fucking scumbag that he is, made a fucking mockery of our judicial system. Trust me, don't get me started on the other things. Well, actually, I am. Well, let me talk about this first. My understanding, the way it is, they didn't need to do a unanimous vote on the verdict. So it's like, on count 1, you all unanimously say he's guilty or not. Then count 2 is 3, because there's like 32 or 34 counts. No. You did not need unanimous on that. He just said, as long as you all agree that at some point that he was guilty of something, then he's guilty for everything. Let me put it this way. My understanding is like this. Juror number 1, on count 1, do you find him guilty? Yes. The rest of the jurors be like, well, we don't. They're like, okay, that's cool. Juror number 2, count number 2, do you find him guilty on it? Yes, I do. He did something wrong. The rest of the jurors be like, no, he didn't. And the judge's like, I don't care about that. And rinse and repeat. So you can have 12 separate counts. And then as long as each separate juror pick one of those counts, I'm just using as a metaphorically speak, and like, well, he was guilty at some point, then they just mush it all together. So, well, we have 12 jurors that said at some point throughout all these, even though it wasn't all on the same counts and all that, they all said, well, he's guilty on something. Like, good enough. I'm like, that's not how our judicial system fucking runs. Okay? Because it should be count 1 of however many there are, 32 or 34. You, the jury, find guilty unanimously, all 12. So if one juror, one guy, girl, whatever, was like, nope, there's like, okay, hung jury on count 1. All right, we go to the next count. To all 12 of you. Now, and then you rinse and repeat all the way down. They're like, nope. Don't need unanimous consent as long as at some point on any of these charges that at least that each one of you has said he's guilty somewhere amongst here. They just say, well, that's how we're going to get all 12 of you together. So literally each one could be like, I think he's just guilty of just this one teeny tiny part. He's not guilty on the rest. But as long as each juror just said at one point, like I said, 32 accounts. Jurors 1 through 12 just goes to the first 12, be like, nah, each one says guilty on this one, and the rest said no. Again. And then let's say the other 20 counts, he's like, nah, we're not even saying he's guilty on those, but because at some point all 12 of them said yes, they're like, well, then he's guilty of everything. That's a fucking mockery. Mockery of our judicial system. That is literally what banana republics do. You know? And I'm here, I'm just like, you're going to piss somebody off. They must intend, either they were hoping this would drag out, maybe get a hung jury, and then they just rinse and repeat and just try to keep Trump, from campaigning. Or they're hoping, like, with this guilty plea, they're going to fucking rile up the right or his supporters so much. So hopefully maybe some of them will do something stupid, like they do another J6, and this way they'll be like, they start just locking everybody up. Be like, well, if all of his supporters are locked up, it's a little hard for them to vote now, is it? I don't know. Because when J6 did happen, trust me, a lot of support, a lot of Trump supporters got fucking thrown under the bus. He lost a lot of support, and that was like the defeat. Maybe they're hoping this is what it turns out. I don't know. But at the same time, if the right makes sure they temper themselves just a little bit, just enough, fucking, and then they're going to blow it out. I think after this verdict, as long as there's no violence and all that, I think Trump, oh my God, I said Trump, I think he's going to fucking win. I'm not even going to vote for Trump this time. Not because I don't like him and all that. It's a matter of principle and all. I am tired of the two-party system. Okay? I think we need more choices. Because really, the two-party system is really the uniparty. It's really sucks. Now, I believe in a republic. I believe in, like, having, like, the supermajority. We all kind of agree on things and all that. I don't want a democracy or shit like that. But I do want to see within our electoral process, we get more people to come in. There's more choices. And then it might be like, hey, we start off with like 8 candidates. All right, none of reached the majority to win the presidency. But some of them are like, well, look, maybe it's like, okay, there's 8 of you, but now we're going to cut down to the top 4. And we're going to do this quick. Say, yep, this is another thing with our elections and all that. You look at, let's say, Taiwan, big country. Well, actually it's island, but a lot of people. And despite that, in their system, they did it all by hand. They did it all over in one day. And actually not even a day, one night. And it's like, why can't we do it? Why is it taking our system months and days, weeks? And then, suddenly magically these votes just pop out of nowhere. It's like, oh, we got to count them too and all that. Our entire electoral process, our judicial, are now being fucking turned on its own heads. There are some forces behind this. I am not going to get into that right now. I am way too fucking tired for that, okay? But it's just like, how do I put this? It was so fucking evidence that the fix was in for this trial. It's not, It's like Joe Schmo, who probably has no fucking interest in Trump, is just gonna see us be like, well, that don't seem right. That be that, or Joe Schmo, who's maybe got fucking railroaded and stuff. You're like, the former president got railroaded just like I did. A friend of mine, she went on Twitter and all, and she's just like, do you think it's appropriate to say the N word? She was saying it on her stream and all that, and some of our viewers who are in the chat who she knows are black, and they're just like, you got the pass, go for it, girl. She's just like, okay, and then some fucking little communist bitch was just like, I'm reporting you to Twitter. Naughty word. She's like, fuck you. Block. Well, no, I didn't block her. Fucking Autumn just got like timed down, and she probably tuck her tail between her legs and went and was like, whatever. Fuck her. But it's just so sad after today, and I was just like, and I'm really worried this is going to get like really bad, because if Trump for some odd reason is in fucking prison, it's just like, can you imagine? Can you just imagine the front runner of the political opposition to the current president of the United States could be in jail? Now when they go to sentence him, it's going to be July 11th, and I heard July 11th, it's just like a few days before the Republican National Convention. I think that's when I was like, you could be potentially like putting him in jail before he officially is nominated, because most of them have already dropped out, blah 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 blah. But I don't think they've officially inaugurated him to be the front runner for the party, even though people are like, no, fuck you, Trump is their man. But can you just imagine, come like for when officially the president campaign starts here in just like a few weeks? Practically it's starting right now. It's starting right now. Can you imagine that under our judicial system, the front runner for the political opposition of the current president of the United States, Joe Biden, has been put in jail? Can you imagine if Trump, Trump, he's, I don't think they can put him in prison, because one, he still has Secret Service, and his own private security is going to be protecting him. And a lot of people are speculating and say, hey, that's an ace of men, because he needs, as a former president, he was, he was the 45th president, Joe Biden's the 46th, so he's entitled to Secret Service protection. And then if they put him in jail, it's like, are you really going to throw in jail Secret Service too, who have to protect him? It's just like unfucking real. That could be potentially Eighth Amendment violation. But we'll see what happens. But I just, in some ways, I would laugh if Trump from prison wins the president. It'll come November, and then they're like, fuck you, we're voting Trump, and he wins. Can you imagine? That would be like, holy shit. And even then, like Razorfist pointed this out on his stream earlier. Oh, was it him? Yeah, that history is made. That Trump is the first president to be convicted, and he could potentially win the presidency from prison. Like, holy shit. I mean, but at the same time, can you imagine if he wins and becomes the president, which means he's automatically out of prison then. The left, like the lunatics left, the authoritarians left, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of woke authoritarians on the right as well. Actually, it seems like to be growing day by day as we speak, but still, they're going to a condition fit. There are already talks of wanting to be violent. And I really think come like between now and January 20th, depending on what happens, because a lot of people are pretty sure Trump's is going to win just by just seeing him persecuted like this. I mean, ridiculously amount for like near a decade, he'll probably get the sympathy vote. He probably will. I think there's a good chance now he's probably going to win it. Unless, Printer goes brrr. But it's still a fair election. Still a fair election somehow. But, I mean, we'll see what happens. But he wins. I mean, I think this November, I think no matter who wins, the other side's be like, no, and just all hell's gonna break loose. My opinion, I really hope I'm wrong. Okay, but it's amazing. I mean, it's still so, oh, excuse me, astonishing that I really can't keep my thoughts straight on this, on just how lunatic. I mean, right now, our judicial system is fucking gone. It's fucking gone. There is just no way you can say that anybody is going to get a fair shake. Because, yes, let me put it this way. Mayor Adams, the mayor of New York City, tweeted out, it's like, in response to the guilty verdict of Trump and all that, we're not, you must respect the verdict and all that. We are not a city of lawlessness and all that. I'm like, motherfucker, did you just say you're not a city of lawlessness? You're literally arresting people, and then literally within like 12 hours, they're being let out, and they're going to go commit crimes again. You're arrested. It's like fucking turntable. They get arrested, they go in, and they're quickly right back out, going to go back to do what they did with no consequences. How many people, they literally made a stat that like 70% or most of the burglaries that's happening is committed by like the same like very few people. It's a ridiculously small amount. It's like it's amazing. Here you are, the mayor of New York City is going to say we're not a place. Ooh, tap, tap. That's all they're getting. No consequences. I mean, they literally got to start killing somebody before there's any decent, consequence. And even then, there's some people are trying to give them like the minimum amount. I was like, are you fucking serious? You got squatting issues going on. You got burglary. Your local economy is out of control. Hell, the problem is so bad, it's now starting to spill out in the nearby areas outside of the city. Actually, I wouldn't even say nearby. They just caught people down. They just, some New York City residents just got arrested in Washington, D.C. because they stole stuff down there and they're trying to bring it back up to New York City to sell. And Adams, he's like, we're not a city of lawlessness. Are you fucking serious, dude? Go fuck yourself, okay? What a piece of shit. And you used to be a cop and all that. Go suck a dick. Okay? It's mind-boggling, And like I said, I will say, this is my only criticism of Trump. When he came out after the verdict and he said what he said, I kind of felt it was just a little low energy, to be very honest. I know, like, I think Razor Fist, I think he made the comment where he's just like, yeah, it was kind of low, but it's like he knew already, like he knew, he's like, oh, I'm going to win and all, or something like that effect. I'm paraphrasing, so. But I would have liked him to just come out with a little more spunk, he's just like, the judicial system is a fucking mockery. Maybe throw a little F-bomb in there, just a little, just a little touch. But then again, not too much because, he's supporters around. You don't want to get on, let's face it, don't want to get anybody too wild up. But again, I would have just some emphasis, like, just to show he's like, I'm fucking pissed, And it is, too, You're talking about stuff that's happened, like, back in 2015, I was just like, why didn't you do it like back then? Why didn't you do it after he left the White House? Why did you wait until now? See, either it was a senator or a House representative and I can't remember which one, on the Democrats, made the offhand comment. It was like, well, and I'm just going to paraphrase because I can't remember the exact word, but it came down to is pretty much this Congress member, it was a Democrat again, made the comment something to tune up like, well, we wouldn't be going through this, if he wasn't running for president. This wouldn't be necessary and all that. And I'm sitting there going, wait. And like I said, again, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact wordage, and I wish I would have found it. But I'm like, wait. Are you admitting that the reason why he's being fucking prosecuted right now is because he's running for president? Are you fucking serious? Is that not like, saying the quiet part out loud? We all knew it, but the fact that you fucking brazenly just made an offhand comment on it during this interview and I think it was a woman. I just like the fucking balls on this woman, and I mean that figuratively, to say it just like it's nothing. Like it wasn't even a slip of the tongue. It's just like it rolled off like fucking caviar. Oh my god, caviar. I was gonna say something else. And I'm just like, oh my fucking lord. We really have become a banana republic, and it's a shame. It really is. And I'm like, but still in the end, I'm still going to vote for Chase Oliver of the Libertarian Party. I am not a libertarian, by the way. I'm technically a registered Democrat, and I'm just like, no. The only way, I would get to vote for Trump right now, and like I said, I know it's going to be between him and Biden. I know me voting for Chase Oliver he's not going to win, but I like that on his presidential platform, he really is anti-war. He really is for making government a lot smaller. He is for abolishing the Department of Education, which that is a big one. He is not for open borders. However, he wants to relax things a little, but at the port of entries, he wants to do an Ellis Island style of immigration enforcement, which is we're simply checking for like criminal backgrounds, make sure you're not, a criminal or any way and all that. Checking for health screening, make sure, you're not bringing in any diseases or anything like that. If you get through that, cool. Within a few days, welcome to America. But also he wants to get rid of the welfare system. He's like, you get rid of the welfare system, you're making sure, or you're limiting it to where, as much as possible to where there's no incentive. Because right now, anybody coming across the border claiming asylum status, the incentive is they're going to get welfare. The incentive is they're going to get taken care of by the government, which the government's not really doing that, but they're getting fucking lied to. They're being used by cartels. They're getting, they very well could be criminals from their home country, and they're just like, should those countries should we just lock these criminals up, or should we just be like, hey, go to America and empty out their prisons in there? Less money they got to spend. Let it be America's problem, because they're just fucking, for whatever reason, they're just like, the shiny gates are open. Come on in, y'all. Or come on ye, whichever, It's just like, really? Fucking really? But I mean, I guess it's just the world we live in right now, and really, my vote is going to be the fuck you vote. I don't like any of this shit. And I know, like I said, again, it's going to actually come down between Biden or Trump. Chase Oliver is not going to win. I hope he actually makes a good turnout. But very well, Chase Oliver, and the way he's running his campaign, he could be a spoiler. He could fuck over either Trump or Biden. Now, some are saying, because, he's a communist. No, he's not a communist. I know he's not a communist because he wants to abolish the Department of Education. The communists don't want to do that because they want to fucking indoctrinate the children, which they're currently doing. So if like, hey, let's abolish the Department of Education, quickly says, hey, I'm not a fucking communist. Okay? It's just like, so anybody saying, well, he's a fucking communist, like Jimmy Dore, motherfucker. You still owe him a fucking apology, you lying piece of shit. Okay? Because Chase Oliver's not for open borders. Okay? You got community noted on fucking X, and then you got fact checked by Carlin Bordenseco. She knew it within just a couple minutes. And the rest of the community already had looked at it, and they're like, yeah, Carlin, this guy is, Jimmy Dore is full of shit. He has no idea what he's talking about. He's fucking lying. She's like, I trust the community. She trusts her community. She trusts us. But how even after all that, you still went on Dave Smith. You still went on Jimmy Dore show, and you fucking bashed the shit out of Chase Oliver. Great way to be a libertarian. At the very least, you should be like, I'm getting behind my candidate. You can privately, when you get in a booth, be like, I'm actually going to vote Trump, but publicly you should be standing behind the libertarian candidate. But you fucking throw him under the bus as fast as you possibly can because your guy didn't win. Don't get me wrong. Rex and Roll, I think is a good guy. Chase ran a better fucking campaign to get the vote. Even my friend, she wanted Rectenwald to win, but Chase did better, and Chase's platform is based off libertarian values. And yet you got a bunch of libertarians just like fucking crying and like, oh, my guy didn't win, so they're just gonna go vote for Trump. Again, hello, publicly you should be supporting your libertarian candidate. I'm not a fucking libertarian. You guys are saying you're a libertarian. Okay? But maybe you're really not. You're a bunch of fucking MAGA guys. And gals. Yeah, we're talking about you, MAGA grifting redhead. Not really much of a libertarian. Okay? Hell, I have more principles that are closer aligned to libertarians than some of these fucking grifters who are saying they're libertarians. Imagine it. But I won't call myself a libertarian because I'm going to disagree on a few things and all that. And about roughly half of the libertarian party, like, you're talking about down to the ranks, a lot of them actually want open borders. I mean, pure open borders, which in my mind actually kind of goes against libertarian values because the cornerstone of libertarianism is private property. If you don't have borders, you really kind of can't have private property. And you know who really likes open borders? Communists, because they don't believe in private property. Okay. But hey, that's a conversation to have. But still, publicly, those of you who call yourselves libertarian, you should at least be like, yeah, we're behind Chase Oliver, yay. You go into ballot booths, you be like, fuck it, Trump. Okay, at least you do it properly. You don't need to. But if you want to just go out and fucking throw your dick on the table and all that, be like, fuck Chase Oliver, Trump. Don't be surprised when someone smashes your fucking dick. Okay? It is what it is. You're the one saying you're libertarian and you don't want to stand behind a libertarian candidate, smash your dick. Just fucking smash your dick. Okay? And this is, again, coming from someone who's a fucking, technically, a registered Democrat, but actually I have no I am not loyal to any political party. I don't like any of the political parties. Okay? But again, this verdict with Trump, it was shameful. I hope like the higher court steps in, and be like, no, this was fucked up. And I hope Judge Mershon, I hope you get your dick smashed too. I hope it gets pushed in really fucking hard and you get the green weenie right up your fucking ass. And apparently his daughter's making money off this as a Democrat. As fucking corruption all over the place. And me, I'm like, okay, let's just, you know what? If you're gonna turn into a banana republic, fucking, let's just clean slate, wipe everything. Start again. Do like what is it? do a hard reset. Just take it back to its original roots. Okay? The system itself is good. But right now, Lady Justice, who's blind for a reason, guess what? Fucking the corrupt politicians, these judges, who are, everything's supposed to be fair and balanced, okay? They're fucking putting their fingers on the scales. That's what they're doing. And it's a goddamn shame. And I hope they get their comeuppance real fucking quick. Because if they don't, the system's there's gonna be so much lost confidence in the system. Dude, there very well maybe a lot of political violence coming. I really, really hope not. But for any who might know me, I fought in wars. That's why I'm like, please do not go down that route. But hey, if you wanna do that dance, trust me, there may not be many, but there's gonna be some who are like, yeah, let's fucking dance. And those aren't the people you want to dance with. No, I'm just saying. A lot of people like to talk a whole lot. Very few will actually do the walk. Okay? Personally, I don't want to get into that dance. Don't put us in that position. But I think a lot of people are gonna say a lot of stupid shit. Most of them, I don't even believe they're gonna lift a damn finger, regardless of what side they're on. But I think it's more likely on the left that they'll probably try to do something. I think a lot of the conservatives on the right, I'm going to have to agree with this, or they're like, oh, please. I like my guns. And then at the last minute, they're like, please don't. Please don't. Fucking cry like a bunch of bitches. Okay. But again, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Well, hey, anyways, hey, that's all I got. I just really wanted to bitch, okay? Fuck them, the Rangers, you gotta win Game 6. You gotta win the series, or fuck. And fuck the judges and the prosecutors who literally just, they put their finger so far on a scale. I think a fucking blind man could tell, it's like, hey, this not cool what you fucking did. Alright? Anyways, hey, I will be back Monday. When, I don't know. Like I said, my plane gets back in Monday morning. It's supposed to be like somewhere between 6 and 7. So maybe 9, maybe 10 a.m. I'm just going to start streaming unless I'm so fucking tired and I go fucking tits up just passed out. But I really don't want to sleep because I got to work the following day and I don't want to screw up my fucking sleep schedule. So I'll be up. And at some point that day, I really need to go fucking adjust my fucking schedule on my system. Because I keep saying I'm going to change the schedule. And I don't. I am so fucking lazy about doing it. It's ridiculous. But hey, if you like this stream, hey, like, share, subscribe. Maybe I might do more of these just chatting. If people maybe really just want to hear me bitch and complain. Maybe one day I'll actually get people in here who you'll be like, yeah, I want to bitch too. Hey, let's go for it. Okay? But anyways, hey, I'll catch you all on Monday. And with the, hey, enjoy the rest of your week.